Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm a little bit tired. I'm still waking up from a nap. Yeah, I was a sleepy boy. Okay, I was like, oh, good night, having little dreams, little Kuso dreams, okay. Yeah, crap all over the place, and then Crappy walked up and was like, look at this scary freaking car. I was like, Crappy, go away! Go away, okay? I do not need you ruining my dream like this. And then wouldn't you know it, somebody came and stabbed Crappy in the eye. Just the left eye, okay? And you want to know who did it? It was our dear friend and GM for this match, Okami of Games. Come on in, Okami. Let's go ahead and talk about some video games. Yeah, I know you want to. I know you have to. If you don't do it, then punishment. Oh, hello, Okami.
I'm in million salad.
You're eating your salads? Good. Okami has been punished with salad and will continue getting salad punishments until, I don't know.
Morale improves.
I don't think that's gonna happen. Unless it, like, makes you super healthy. Like, what if it has a lot of iron and then you get giant muscles, giant freaking muscles?
Hey, so yeah, that's the right way to think. Honestly, I deserve salad punishment for what's coming towards these players, because I tried to give them something fun. I tried really, really hard to give them something fun, but I knew this was going to be Veto Central, because Liz is experienced with lots of Sega games, and Corndan has been around Kusog7ande for however long, and has seen a lot of trash throughout the years as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, I started them off nice. I just want to throw it out there that I did try to give them something fun. They're not getting something fun. No. Instead, they have to play for an hour Megatroid for Game Boy Advance.
What the crap is a Megatroid? It's like Metroid, but big. Megatroid. Yeah, well, you know, the players are going to have 1 hour to try to make as much progress as they can in a game that I've never heard of. And I have no idea what this means. We've got people saying this is Among Us. We've something about Heavens to Megatroid. I don't know what that means.
This game is something special. This was one of the earlier games that I ended up testing. And oh boy. I do not know how exactly you could describe the horrors that this game has.
Now, I do know that you told me there are going to be some sound crimes, so everybody, if you are not in the mood for sound crimes, well, too bad. Because that's what we're gonna have, okay? You're gonna have your ears break, literally fractured, okay? It's like somebody kicked them in the eardrums? I don't even know. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a homebrew as far as I know on Game Boy Advance. So not one that officially released.
That
like
makes sense.
I like when we had games like I'm thinking of Super Block Jump from last season. That game was fun. This game is not nearly as fun, though.
Super Block Jump, yeah, that one a lot of people complained about, but I don't think it's too bad I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say these things, you know? Because I'm gonna get in trouble. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm just trying to make sure that everything is captured correctly and that we are good to go when both of the players are live. I see one player live, and I believe Corndan is rushing to eat a little bit of food before it starts as well. I've got a soup here. I think we're all eating food. Hey, chat, you eating? You have good food?
Just that dinner time for everybody.
Wouldn't you know it? Dinner time's around the same time for most people. Yeah, so how have you been, Okami? Anything going on?
I've been doing good. I've been playing some Dokapon with a group of friends, including one of our other GMs, Time Wanderer.
Yeah, I've heard that, like, that's murderous or something.
We are 40 hours into our campaign currently.
Uh-oh.
Our session yesterday amounted to us basically killing one boss monster on the overworld, and that was about it. after 6 hours of playing the game.
Really?
Yeah, which is very slow progress for that game. Progress oftentimes happens slow because it's like you want to move the game forward,
Yeah.
but also you want to stop other people from getting a leg up on you.
I mean, I can imagine if it's competitive, my gosh, competitive/cooperative, you're going to have things like that happen. And I mean, that's fun. That's part of the joy of playing with friends, you know, punishing them when they're too darn good, you know, you gotta punish them.
Yeah, there's a lot of scheming, a lot of backstabbing that goes on in the game. I think it's a game that's worth playing for the experience of it. Whether you want to do a full campaign of the game because of how long it is your mileage may vary on that. But it's been a fun time so far, and a lot of goofy stuff has happened. Stuff that nobody could have predicted.
Really? Well, that's fun. That makes me really happy. That sounds like a lot of fun. And yeah, I know this is a game that I need to play at least once.
It's also
just
coming
when.
to Steam soon.
Oh, well, if it's coming to Steam, that'll make it a little bit easier. What system is it on that you've been playing?
We've been playing it on Switch. That's the only platform currently that the recent re-release has been on, which has the online play.
Ooh, okay. Good. Well, I haven't been playing that, but I have been playing Baldur's Gate 3 and... What else have I been playing?
I've heard Baldur's Gate 3 is very good.
Oh, Final Fantasy 14. That's right. I beat Stormblood today. Stormblood is down. No more blood.
I think I did see you talking about one of the trials in Final Fantasy on Twitter.
This is so quiet.
That might have something to do with the fact that I warned the players that there are sound crimes, so they may want to adjust their audio accordingly. But I hope you enjoyed this soundtrack, chat.
I'm sure we're going to enjoy this just fine. It may be a little bit stretched out, horizontal, whatever. GBA's hard. There we go.
There's your sound.
I mean, for better or for worse, there's our sound. Yeah. This is crispy. What is this?
Tramples was describing it in chat as the worst sound crimes he has ever heard. And as Tramples says, it gets worse. Somebody needs to remix this. Get a metal remix of this going.
OC remix. Hey, all your remixers out there. Here's a challenge.
Perfection.
No, this is the opposite of perfection. This is, oh boy.
Let all the tuner happen, because it looks like we got somebody ready, but we should be getting started soon. So, to answer your question that's going to be coming up in a little bit, bro, people should be getting their Among Us emotes ready, since somebody described this as Among Us.
Among Us! Get your Moguses!
They should get their brain emotes ready. Do you happen to have anything working with, like, dimensions? I know it's a weird edge case, but get those ready.
If you have any fancy...
I did also instruct the players to play the game on normal difficulty. It is possible that they'll beat the game within an hour. If they do, they gotta bump it up to hard difficulty.
Okay, we're doing the countdown now. Best of luck to both Lizstar and Corndan. As soon as I see movement in the game, I will start our timer. Look at all of these emotes. Very suspicious activities going on. By the way, I can add a couple more emotes to my channel, so I might have to go and take a look to see what we want to add from the Discord. As soon as I see movement in the first level, I'll start a timer. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, it tells you everything you need to do. So, level 1, find the exit.
Oh, I don't like this. This is not good. This is very not good. You're mad or dispersed?
Liz got stuck in a wall and died.
Okay.
And goes back to the start of the stage. So this first stage is simple enough. You just have to get to the exit. That's just all you need to do. It's not a super long stage once you know where to go. There's like a small area off to the left that's just big enough for you to fit in. When you get into that area, you complete the stage.
This hurts. Okay, question though. What is even happening? Like,
I could not find any lore about the game. Okay, they both finished the first stage. They both got to the spot they need to go to. Now, here's where the real fun begins. Level 2. Destroy all brain cells. There are 20 brains in here, and they have 5 minutes to take down as many, if not all, of the brains within that time limit.
Wait. 5 minutes to kill as many as possible. Do they have to kill all of them?
They have to kill all of them. There's 20 in total. Also, don't touch the brains. They will kill you.
Oh, no.
As Liz just learned. You have to make some really weird jumps like this one that Corndan's making where... So, when you switch dimensions, because you have basically two different dimensions that you go between, your momentum still carries. So if you're currently going upwards from a jump and you switch dimensions while you're still traveling up, you will continue to travel up.
Yeah.
So that's how that works. That Corndan is starting to get a feel for it, and then touch the brain.
So question, are there only the 2 dimensions here?
Yes, only the 2 dimensions, basically 2 different maps that you flip between. So you do have to make sure you don't accidentally go into a wall.
Yeah.
If you touching a brain or going into a wall, the main penalty from that is it sends you back to the start of the stage, which isn't too bad. This is matter disperse.
I mean, how are you supposed to know until, like, you flipped over there? You're not.
You're just supposed to trial and error your way through this. And they've got an hour with this. They can figure it out.
This audio is so something.
Yeah, so even if they do die from touching a wall or from touching a brain, all it basically does is warp them back to the start of the stage, so they do get to keep all the kills they have. However, the timer does not reset. Now, if they run out of time, then the whole stage resets and they have to kill all the brains again.
Don't touch the brains! Just don't do it.
The main thing the difficulty changes is how much time you have for each stage. So I think you would have 10 minutes with this stage on easy difficulty.
Okay.
And then on hard difficulty, you have to do it within 2.5 minutes. So you have to start mapping out. Also, not all the brains are on screen at once. Not all of them are available to you. There's only like 3 or so brains that are on the map at a given moment. As you kill them, more start spawning.
Gotcha. So, just so you know, it looks like this actually was entered as part of a game competition, possibly before game jams were a thing. It was in 2004. There were over 50 games submitted, and this game took... Actually, I don't know. It didn't take any place.
Even if the execution is a bit shoddy, I do like the ideas that this game has going, where, like, you kind of navigate your way around from switching between dimensions. In a weird way, it reminds me of gravity flipping in VVV.
Yeah, it's just... It's impossible to see where you're going until you've actually been there, and that is the rough part. Corndan just trying to get the tricky jump here, and switching dimensions a little bit too late. There we go.
That is definitely a tough jump to make when you're first learning the game. I think by the end they're going to have a good handle on how to get through that jump, but in the meantime...
No, Liz! Yeah, you did that before! Right in that exact spot!
This is the kind of game where if I'm playing it for long enough, like in a match here, I might start to get the idea of kind of making a map of where brains spawn. Because they don't spawn in random spots. Like, there are set points where brains spawn. The order they spawn can be a bit random, potentially, but they don't, like, if a brain spawns in a hard-to-reach spot, it will always show up there. It's just a question of does it show up sooner or later. So,
yeah,
a little bit of randomness to it, but I think I think they can mitigate it well enough here. They're GMs, they're acquainted with trash.
Oh, yeah.
This game's their problem now.
I mean, I suppose that... Too bad for them. Too bad.
They've eaten a lot of my games, so this is what they got instead. Liz has gotten her third brain kill, which means that is a definitive lead for Liz. This game, by the way, only 3 stages. And the third stage is basically the same as the first, where you have to get to the exit.
Oh, so we're gonna come to this game, or to this stage quite a bit then.
Yes.
So, right now, Liz has 4 kills, which is pretty significant. Unfortunately, her matter dispersed. You don't want that to happen.
So these brains that Liz is going for, I would call some of the hardest ones to get to in the stage. Because they're in really tight spots, so your timing has to be pretty dead on, so you don't accidentally go into a wall, nor do you accidentally hit a brain.
Yeah.
Probably noticed that those brains were in some pretty closed areas, like right here, but brain was just in an unfortunate spot.
Okay, don't worry. We're getting a little loading, so don't worry too much about that. I do see that the person who made this appears to do a lot of programming in regards to different development tools. Godot, for example. They also made a game called Dodge the Robots. The creator here is named Werner Mendizabal. Yeah, that's what I've got for you. You can go play Dodge the Robots.
I hope they go on to, or they went on to be able to do a lot more in this industry, because I think this was a good starting project. Like, it's not exactly refined, but having the ideas there, at least I'd say is pretty good for this project. Having those unique ideas there, I
do love that. Like, I'm taking a look at what this person has done, because it looks like a lot of the games that they made, even if they were like smaller prototypes or experimental things, they have up on GitHub for free that anybody can check out. They also have the list of GBA games. Megatroid, Pong, Tetris, and Battleship. I've heard of everything except for Megatroid, which is what we're watching now.
Well, now you've heard of it. Congratulations.
Yeah, did you know they also made a Nintendo DS game called Avalanche?
So to note, both the players are about to run out of time on their first run through Stage 2, so they're going to have to restart here in a second.
Yeah.
As we're about to see here on Liz's screen, for example. Time is up.
No! Oh,
Liz
I hate
got
when
5
that
brains on
happens.
her first attempt. Resets the stage.
Is that all it does? Resets the stage?
But yeah, and you have to get the brains again, so Liz is back down to 0 brains.
I mean, like, not making you do the first level again, that's nice. Liz forgot about the brain.
Yeah, I think by the end of this match, when they started mapping out this place pretty well, they're going to start actually resetting the game because it would probably be faster to go through, because level 1 takes like 30 seconds when you know where to go in level 1.
Yeah.
But I think taking the hit of 30 seconds is going to be a lot faster than, you know, waiting out a 5-minute timer.
Okay, Liz trying to do the tricky platforming to get up to the brain here. I actually kind of am... I don't love the giant repetitive platforming, but at least it's a section that you're going to recognize while playing, you know? It's...
Yeah.
The important thing when you have a game that looks very samey is to create areas that at least are going to be memorable for the players, and this game actually does that, you know? I'm a little bit surprised.
Yeah, a lot of the different sections do look pretty distinct, so you can use that as, like, landmarks for, okay, near this set of jumps, there should be a brain here, or I can use this to get to this part of the map, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Like, using landmarks like that is always a good skill when you're trying to map out a place in your head.
Oh my gosh, the creator of this game actually put up an open source fighting game engine in C++? What?
Oh wow.
Okay, like...
Okay, that sounds like it rules.
I want to check that out. Yeah, this, and like some custom tools for Blender. Yeah, I want to check out this guy a little bit more. Your matter has dispersed.
Liz has definitely learned a lot from her first go at this, because she still has 3.5 minutes left on the clock, and she is one brain away from tying her high watermark. So
Also,
Liz is very, very clearly learning a lot here.
I do have to say that I really appreciate chat complaining about everything.
Sometimes we say that the games, who's winning the game's chat wins. I don't think even chat wins in this game.
I honestly don't mind the sound too much. Like,
it makes me laugh.
it's not good, but it's not hurting.
I like this description. Did they sample a dot matrix printer? Wait till you get to the sequel with dial-up noises.
Now, with that said, Lidstar has 5 kills currently, and Corndan has 3. Corndan's only a couple kills behind. And honestly,
Yes.
like,
They're both showing that they have definitely learned a lot from their first run through the stage.
Oh, yeah. And I don't think this is going to be one of the games that, like, one person is going to take a significant lead and get super ahead of the other person. There's going to be a little back and forth. Both Lidstar and Corndan are really good at games. Lidstar tends to play a lot of... What is it? A lot of platformers, but at the same time, it's usually, like, Lidstar is an expert when it comes to Genesis.
Sega in general, from my understanding.
Yeah, pretty much anything Sega.
Especially.
But, you know, having an indie developer make a GBA homebrew game for competition, Liz may not be quite as experienced with that, but she is still really learning how to play this game very well. The thing about homebrew as well is that, like, there are rules that video games often have when you do development, and homebrew may or may not follow any of those rules. And the important thing is, like, figuring out, you know, are they do they have any big sins, and do I actually have to follow through with some of the BS? Some things that you can expect from a AAA game, you're not going to have happen in a game like this. And that can really throw people off.
Yeah, you have normal expectations with, like, okay, this game was made by a company for profit, so it's probably going to follow at least some conventions. But when you have a project, possibly even a passion project that somebody made, then what they decide to go with, all bets are off the table because they made something that they thought would be that they think is fun, and I think this game is fun in its own right.
Well, not only that, but it was part of a competition. The thing is, a lot of competitions, you have, what, 3 days to throw something together? And if they did all of this in 3 days, that's pretty good.
Yeah, this is really good for 3 days of work.
I'd say there are probably other things you could have done with the sound, but if you're not a huge audio person, you just gotta make something.
Yeah. Alright, so I see Corn Dance right near another brain here. Yep, up to 4 kills.
Yeah, very nice.
So now Corn Dance going for the same brain that Liz has been going for, except Matter Dispersed. That is a really hard brain to get to because you basically have to switch dimensions at the peak of your jump. And if you're even a little bit off, your matter disperses.
I don't want my matter to disperse either. My gosh. Corndan could have gotten another brain there, but that's not a huge deal. Honestly, leaving a brain near the beginning so that, when you die, you can inevitably just go and get it, before time runs out, that's fine.
Yeah, I did not tell them how many brains there were in the stage, so they have no idea how long the stage is. Actually, no, I think they do now because...
Does it say at the beginning?
After you run out of time, the game doesn't tell you at the start how many brains you have to kill. But after you run out of time, I believe it tells you destroyed this many brains out of this many brains. So they probably know now there's 20 in total.
Okay, so those chains above the boxes there, you can't go through the chains?
They have a hitbox, yes.
That's stupid.
Your matter will disperse.
Yeah, both Liz and Corndan just waiting for the matter to disperse.
Oh no.
Yeah, so both players are reporting that they're getting migraine. And so here's the deal. I actually have, the volume limited. I have filters on so that you don't suffer as much as people playing the game might. Do you all want to hear without the filters?
If you want me to, I can offer that they can just mute the sound for themselves, and we can just put on other Kuso audio. I can offer that to them. And chat is saying yes.
Okay. Chat is saying yes. Okay, let me go ahead and... Okay, how do I want to do this? If I turn that off, and then turn that off, and then turn this back on. Okay, this is without filters, everybody. Honestly, isn't too much worse. Well, okay, never mind. It kind of is. Let's put that back on. Yeah,
I wanted them to at least experience the sound crunch for a bit. I know it can be a headache, so I'm perfectly okay with them turning off the music for themselves if they need to.
Gotcha. We are giving official permission that they do not have to listen to the music. Okay. I have told the players that they have permission to not listen to the game, and Corndan said, I don't care if I have permission or not. Oh my gosh.
I can appreciate the leaving it on out of spite as long as he doesn't overdo it for himself. Like, I definitely do not want to cause people physical pain from this, from the music.
See, that's the difference between you and me and Okami, okay?
I just want to cause a mental pain.
For real though, like, when you make a game that actually causes, like, pain because of how bad the audio is, oh my gosh. Liz, you had it.
Almost, no!
Oh my gosh. I have told Liz, though, that at least this isn't heavy shredding. Liz, I gave that game to Liz, and she wasn't a big fan. And by not a big fan, she was very upset by the game.
That's sad. I like heavy shredding. It definitely has its place in Kusog.
Oh yeah. But you never really know what game is going to be particularly difficult for specific people. Like this, honestly, this game is an endurance match even in an hour. Like this is.
God, imagine if somebody were to give this out for a 2-hour match.
Okay.
I would not dare do that to anybody.
I think Liz has found a faster way to get to the brain, and she's gonna make a mental note of that.
Yeah, map the place out, find some nice shortcuts to help you get around the map. It's up there.
Don't touch the brains. Don't want to do that.
You have to time it correctly. So the brain, you basically have to wait till the brain is on the left side, so that way you have space to go there, so the brain isn't like directly on top of you. So you have to kind of guesstimate it. You can definitely estimate pretty well, but it is still a bit precise.
Is my mic cutting out on Discord?
I'm hearing bits and pieces of it. You're like mimicking the music, aren't you?
There, I'm changing the sensitivity so you can hear all of my weird noises.
Oh, Corndan got it!
Corndan got the brain!
Corndan got the really difficult brain, and has the same number of kills as Liz, so Corndan has a really good chance to move into the lead here.
Very nice, very nice. So yeah,
Corndan's just gonna have to find another brain now, because they've been going for this brain. I think there are like 1 or 2 other brains that they could be going for, so now Corndan's gonna just have to figure out where to go next.
Matter dispersed. You know what? How about just disperse the sound? Disperse how many people are freaking watching right now? 100 people? I'm sorry. Everybody, I'm sorry to the 100 people who are watching. If you have to see a doctor after this match, then it's on you. It's not on me, okay? You can look away anytime. You can turn the audio down, okay? You can do whatever you need.
I'm going to reiterate, I wanted to give them something fun. I wasn't allowed to give them something fun.
Okay, Liz, good job. I think Liz is to the brain, and the brain is dead. 6 kills, but Corndan got it first.
They're both on 6 kills. Corndan got there first. They both definitely have enough time left on this run to find another brain and destroy it. So let's see if either of them can do that. Otherwise, yeah, Corndan got there first, so Corndan is in the lead. I have to wonder what's going through their minds, though, specifically in terms of progress. Liz does see another brain, so has kind of an idea of where to go on her next push.
Yep.
But is going to be running out of time very shortly here.
Oh, yeah. Which is fine, you know, that's, oh, you're matter! You're matter!
Oh,
no, that's
that
fine.
That might have actually been a deliberate way to warp back to the start of the stage, because warping back to the start of the stage, like, we're drawing that up as it's going to be a negative thing.
It's not.
But you can use it as a convenient warp if you want to go back there. That's not impossible. But yeah, Liz running out the timer again.
Yep, and that is fine. Total brains missed, 14.
Yeah. That's your way of telling you how many brain. So you had 6 defeated, you missed 14, so there's 20 in total.
There are 20 brains in this level?
Yep!
How are there 20 brains? How big is this level?
This level is just very big brain.
This is normal difficulty. What's hard difficulty?
Our difficulty, they only have 2.5 minutes to destroy all 20 brains.
Are you serious? That's impossible.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
It was a tempting idea. I thought about starting them on easy difficulty, but I didn't want them to feel like they couldn't do a whole lot on a 10-minute timer to start off with. So 5-minute timer. They'll have time to figure some stuff out.
See, somehow I got it in my head that oh, poor Liz. I got it in my head that there were 8 brains, but no, 20 brains, that's a lot more than 8.
You sweet summer child, Rosentia.
I don't know. Okay, here's the deal. Liz keeps doing this huge, wraparound in order to try to get the brain up towards the top. I don't think you have to go all the way around the map.
I mean, Liz is grabbing this brain right here.
Yeah, that, not a bad idea, but I feel like there's a faster way to get the brain up top.
And as much as we are drumming up, the difficulty of this, the reality, though, is it's only been about 1 in-game minute for Liz on this run, and has already taken down 1/4 of the brain, so it is very much possible to get through it in 5 minutes, but some of these brains take a lot of effort to be able to get, like the one just to the right of Liz here. When I gave this to Shrambles, I believe he was able to beat it at, I think, around the 50-minute mark is what he said on normal difficulty.
Okay. So if either of them can do faster than 50 minutes, that means that they have defeated our testers. Well, honestly, everybody, I don't know. I was gonna say everybody's a winner. I'm not sure. Here's the deal. If you made this as part of the competition in, a handful of days, that is fine. However, we can also make fun of it. We are allowed. And this game, has some issues. My specific issues with it is it hurts a lot.
That would be a good issue for a video game. I thought video games were supposed to be fun.
Same,
right?
I
didn't think they were supposed to hurt me.
I know, right? But no, here we are, getting hurt.
Alright, so Liz is on 5 kills now, has about half her time left, but currently is going for the really difficult brain. So, if you can get it here, then...
No!
Liz 1 pixel off from being safe.
Yeah, Liz is not very happy about that and is expressing her displeasure in Discord. And I'm just expressing my displeasure everywhere. Everywhere. This is bad. Although, it scrolls smoothly. The graphics are fine. The music's terrible. The physics are a little bit of a pain to deal with just because... Welcome to the game.
Coordinator. I was wondering if Corndan was feeling like he couldn't make a lot of good progress with the amount of time he had left and was considering waiting out the 3 minutes, which, while that is technically something you could do, and to be faster for you to just go through stage 1, so...
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if the players will think to do that, if they need to sync a run really fast, because there's no way to reset the stage very quickly. You can't do it from the menu. You just have to either run out the timer or
By the way, it looks
do the
like
first
Liz
stage
is up to 7 kills. I'm not sure if Corndan has 3 or 8.
Corndan currently has 3, I believe. Corndan has 3. I think 7 was Corndan's high watermark, so
I
if
thought
Liz
it was
can find another
6, but you may be correct.
I think I saw Corndan was 7. If Liz is able to find another brain, then that'll definitively be losing the lead, I think. In worst case, we have a VOD, so somebody can suffer through the VOD to check.
Yeah, by the way, everybody, if you are looking at this game and thinking, I want to play this in a blind race, well, you probably won't get this game, but we can definitely give other games in Kusog7ande. Signups are currently open if you would like to join. Exclamation point signups. I can't believe I'm advertising the tournament during this game, but you know, sometimes you just do what you gotta do.
Sometimes advertising a betting game tournament during Megatroid is what puts food on the table. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're like, I'm gonna look and we get like 50 new signups today. They're like, yeah, Megatroid,
A lot of fans of Megatroid out there.
All you Megatroid fans, listen up, okay? Liz just got matter dispersed. This happens to the best of us. Literally nobody types sign-ups. Fine, I'm gonna go ahead and type it for you. Sign-ups. There.
I'll go.
In Twitch chat, you can go and sign up now, huh?
Alright, so Liz is on 8 brains currently, so I think we can safely say that currently Liz is in the lead. Has enough time to possibly find a 9th brain and extend that lead a bit more.
You and finding brains.
Has less than a minute left on the clock, though. So there is a brain, and it's in a pretty friendly spot too.
Oh no! Don't touch the brain!
Almost no. That's okay. Liz does have enough time to get back to that brain and take down the brain.
Yeah, like the only downside to still playing is that first, well, okay, there are 2. 1, you're playing this game. But number 2 is that each time that you change to the other dimension, it stops the clock, and that makes it take a little bit longer until your next attempt. So, like, I don't know, it's very...
Oh, Liz might... Oh, no!
No, she still might get it.
Yeah, she has enough time to get up to 10 kills on this run. No!
Still time.
All right.
Still time.
No, still time, but this is going to be your last shot to get this brain on this attempt.
No!
No!
Don't touch the brains!
That's okay. Liz has 9 kills, so Liz is absolutely in the lead.
Yeah, however, Corndan... I want you to know Corndan only has 5 kills this time, and that's actually probably going to be fine. I think Corndan's doing exploring in order to find where the rest of the brains are, and possibly even mapping this out, which I think is the correct move. Absolutely what you should do playing this game. If you can figure out and map out where all the brains are, then you can have one solid push. It's really not important to get the brains that you've already killed until the final push.
So it's a good strategy, figuring out how the map is laid out and, like, where to go in it. Here's one problem with that strategy. All 20 brains aren't on the map at one time. There's only a handful of brains on the map at a time, and when you kill one, another spawns.
Oh, no.
So you won't see all 20 brains. They come in a relatively similar order, but you're not going to be able to map out where all the brains are that easily.
Well, I don't like that. No, stupid brain. Why is it crawling around? What's its problem? I mean, it's not in a body. That's probably a large problem for the brain.
Yeah, just a brain without a host crawling around. Maybe it's a parasite.
It's not in a host.
Okay.
It never gets in a host. Like, it's more like one of the poison dart frogs, you know? You touch it and you die. That's just how it goes in a weird Megatroid. No, you're matter! Taking matters. All that matters, taking matters into my own hands.
Alright, Liz is back to the super hard brain. I do believe that this brain that Liz is going for is the hardest brain of the 20. All the rest are not nearly as hard, it's just finding them. That's
Well,
the main
yeah,
issue.
they're soft.
Yeah.
The squishy little brains.
You have me there, bro. I guess I'll go eat another salad then.
Good. Yeah, by the way, Chad, if you didn't know, we have banished Okami to the salad realm.
I think I'm gonna get banished back to there after this game.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get banished to the salad dimension.
The salad dimension. I mean, there is Salad Kingdom, Princess Tomato and Salad Kingdom.
Hey, that's a good game.
Oh, it's so good. At the same time, some of its moon logic is stupid. Like, really stupid.
Considering the era, you're expecting some level of moon logic from a game like that. Most adventure games of the time do have some moon logic. Hi, I had to play King's Quest in Kusog7ande.
Well, okay, I guess that committed some of the same sins, like you have to talk to the same person multiple times in a row. Or was that Barbie? I think I'm thinking of a Barbie game. Never mind.
King's Quest God, a Barbie game with moon logic is afraid.
That was the, Magical Genie Barbie thingy where you fly around on your magic carpet?
Yeah, Barbie Magic Genie event. Yeah, I remember that game. Actually, one of the players who had to play that game is in that game of Dokapon that I was mentioning, because I remember we actually talked about that during our last session. Ellipsis was complaining about it, who had to play it in Kusog7ande.
Interesting. When you pause the game, it does this visual effect. That's kind of cool.
Kind of a retro style, more complaining.
Oh no! Okay, everybody, Liz paused to send a very important message to y'all. Specifically, this is like if someone murdered Metroid in front of me and made me dance with its corpse Weekend at Bernie style.
Oh, Liz.
And
I can neither confirm nor deny, but I think Liz might not be happy with this game.
You don't say. You don't say.
Although Liz is at 7 kills with 2 minutes on the clock still, so Liz does have a chance to set a new high watermark.
Yep.
Just has to take down 3 more brains. Sees where one of them are and is trying to get to it without matter dispersing. There you go. 8 kills.
It kills indeed. Yeah, one of the things... Okami, you've probably heard me complain multiple times about collectathons. This is definitely a collectathon, even if it's just a shoot-a-brain-a-thon.
Yeah, it's not a collectathon
Liz.
in the traditional sense, but I think it still classifies as a collectathon.
Yeah, the insidious twist being that not all of the collectibles are collectible until you have collected some of the collectibles, and then other collectibles appear and there's literally no indication.
Mm-hmm. Could it be considered more of a collectathon fetch quest then, maybe?
No. Yeah? No? You're not, like, trading brains for other brains. That doesn't even make any sense.
No, but when you're killing one brain, another spawns, so it has kind of that fetch quest sort of feel.
Now,
go do this one thing to lead into this other thing. Maybe that's just Wild Goose Chase.
Now, everybody, if you are new here, the way that we track progress is based off of who has made the best push in a single attempt during...
Speaking of which, this is a really good push from Liz. She just killed 3 brains in the span of about 30 seconds.
I mean, they all appeared in the same area.
Yeah. So that was a really good push from Liz.
Yeah, thank you, Silver Star, for the sub. Yeah, the important thing here is that even if they do die and go back to the beginning of the stage, what they will multiple times, they still set that personal best. And we judge not based off of where they are when time ends, but where they were at their best attempt. So in most cases for Kusog7ande, you can track based off of how much progress they make to the left or the right, but because this stage is non-linear, it is being judged based off of the kills here. It's a very heavily implied and very easy to understand metric. We have to kill the brains.
Yeah, it's just that simple. Speaking of which, Liz is gonna take the time to get this brain, probably because she's aware that she's likely not going to be finding another brain in 10 seconds now.
Yeah.
But that sets 13 brains as the high watermark now.
Yeah, now is gonna come the fun part when Liz has the push to try to get up to 20.
Yeah, with the way Liz has been going, it is entirely possible that we will see Liz clear the game. Because 13 kills, she has been steadily improving with each attempt. So I would expect on this attempt... Oh, she's learned that she can move the camera around slightly. You can move the camera a bit. You can't move it that far, but you can pan it around enough to maybe locate a nearby brain.
Okay, that's a very helpful piece of information there.
So, I think Liz is going to be able to make good use of this. I'm going to estimate Liz is going to get to, like, 16, 17 brains on this run, and then on the next run is going to be, is going to have enough knowledge to possibly make a push to finish the stage.
No! Actually, that's right at the beginning of the stage for Corndan, so not a big deal. Sometimes you touch a brain, it's fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, one thing that I would probably try to do as well, especially with this stage, if I know we're going to hit the 5 minutes and have to restart, I would try to see if there are any glitches. I would absolutely play around and see if I can do anything.
Liz was utilizing one a little bit just now, in fact. She was basically, like, kind of in a wall. Like, just kind of nudged into the wall. Not far enough to kill her, but it was enough that she could basically stay there and watch the brain until it got into the right spot, and then make her move. Looks like it was accidental, but it worked to Liz's benefit.
Heck yeah, that's a little bit tricky because you can die if you are inside the terrain. So, you know, I don't know if it's pixel perfect, but it's at least a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
Now, with that said, oh, yeah, go ahead.
I would imagine pixel perfect with, just with the track record that this game has had so far.
You may be right. Now, what I am particularly interested in is what happens if you mess around with the game a little bit right when the 5 minutes is over. Can you pause it right on the same frame that it hits 0? And if so, what happens? That's my question. That's what I would mess around with when it almost gets to 0 minutes left. And, you know, there's no guarantee that anything good would come of it, but you might as well try. It's better than sitting around doing nothing.
It's a big gamble. I mean, in a race, if you were able to do that to bypass the 5 minute time limit and basically just give yourself unlimited time, that would be wild.
Yeah. I do like the chat is pointing out that, like, we have sound crimes, but we also have Sonic-esque sound effects for jumping. There's a lot of sounds.
A lot of sounds. How many of them are good? Can you count how many of them are good, chat? How many hands did you have to use? Is it 1 or is it none?
5 hands. 5 hands! Yeah,
right, so
another option could be, like, if the pause strat didn't work at the, when the clock hits 0, possibly dying right when it turns to 0. The do not touch the brain might override the game over message. Anyway, I'm just like throwing out ideas for like glitches that if I'm sitting around and just waiting for the timer to run out, things that I would try because I'm bored and I love glitch hunting.
Which I mean, it's better than sitting around tapping up. I definitely usually don't try to find glitches. I might find like cheese strats, but outright glitches is something I don't usually look for in matches.
During a Kusog7ande match, I usually wouldn't suggest it, but when you have nothing else going on, why not? You know, use your time.
Kind of your wild card move, your Hail Mary.
Don't touch the brains.
So Liz, by the way, is back to her personal best at 13 kills. And still has like a minute 40 on the clock, so probably is going to be able to set yet another high watermark. Quarantine's been struggling a bit more with this game, sitting at 6 kills currently, with 2 minutes left on the clock.
Just so everybody knows, I did a quick refresh to make sure everybody is synced up here. Yeah, Liz is definitely looking to be the one to take the victory here. But again, all that matters is getting one good push. If you can have one good push to make progress in Kusog7ande, that's all that you really need, you know? And with a game like this, like, it's a little bit annoying that you have to go sort of in an order to collect everything, but it's still better than a lot of other options.
I also like the kind of false sense of security with this game of you go through level 1, and level 1 takes, like, maybe you'll run out of time once, but you'll probably finish it in about 5 minutes, like, okay, this doesn't seem too bad, and then you get to level 2, and it's like, oh no.
I mean, for a game that only has 3 levels, you gotta make level 2 hard, you know?
I mean, I didn't tell them how many levels there are. There could be 20 levels for all they know.
Yeah, but they don't. We know.
Yeah.
We know what's happening. Liz is down at the bottom with 50 seconds left. Honestly, these jumps that...
She did see another brain at the top, so she's gonna go grab that brain next.
Yeah. And these jumps are really annoying. It makes me think a lot of old school NES games that had very annoying jump sections in them. No, don't touch the brains!
I think she's got enough time to make one more attempt on that brain before time runs out for her. So level 3, since I see chat's asking about level 3, level 3 is basically the same as level 1. It's a get to the end sort of stage, and it's not super long, much like level 1. So yeah, all the challenges in this level.
That's so great.
I think this is Quarantine's best push so far on this run, with 9 brains killed, only 40 seconds left.
Yeah, both of them are gonna have... Ooh, Liz
14.
Taking down another brain. Stuck in the ground, that's okay.
6 seconds left, looks like 14 is gonna be her high watermark for this one. That's still a really good high watermark.
Time is up. That's it for time. You know what? If you manage to switch the dimension at exactly 0 minutes and have your matter disperse at that might also have an effect. I'm sorry. I gotta theorize because I'm somebody who doesn't like to sit around when there's like half a minute left when I could be doing something, you know?
Yeah, I'm definitely the type to just say, yeah, I don't have enough time to make another run. I'll just tap out here. In part because I feel like if I won a match because I found a Hail Mary glitch, it's a match I feel like I would not have earned a victory in.
You absolutely earned that victory. What are you talking about? If you're going to go and be creative and try something that nobody else tries and it works, then heck yeah, it's usually not going to work out. But no, I fully am... I love victories like that as a spectator.
I think that's a victory that even happened for one of our secret GMs because I remember a match that Kusog7ande was in where it was X-Men for Genesis and they were trailing the whole match up until they found a glitch right at the end to basically zoom them past their wall and into the lead.
Oh, Liz getting mad or dispersed. One thing to think about is that there is a platform that's slightly higher to the right of where Liz is trying to do the jump. I don't think that you can use that platform in order to get up to where Liz needs to.
I think the way Liz has been doing this is the easier way to do that, because the moment you bonk your head on the ceiling, you're going to go plummeting straight down.
Well, then don't bonk your head.
Yeah, just ignore the laws of physics. Just go straight through a wall. It's that easy.
Have you seen this game?
You got me there.
We're going through multiple dimensions. Okay, that's BS. That is stupid. Well, everybody, today we have Don't Make Us Bored after this. We've got 2 games. Of course, we're going to have a probably 10-minute break or so, just so that Cornden can have a breather. But yeah, we've got 2 games coming up that are going to be a lot of fun. And let me see if I can actually find the list here, because I had it pulled up before, and I can't remember. It's my life. Apparently there's something with stuffed animals. Secret
Castle. I remember seeing Mylan's Secret Castle was one of the games that was going to be on Don't Make Us Bored tonight.
Yep.
I think that's been in Kusa before as a gauntlet, so some people may be already familiar with that.
Yeah, let me go ahead and slaughter some German, because the first game is Paraplush, die Anstalt für Mischendelt Kuscheltier, something like that. I don't know. I think it's something about some very sad and depressed stuffed animals. That's what I understand. And then after that, Mylan's Secret Castle. So, 2 fun games. Y'all should stick around and watch. And if you can't, well, sign up to join Kusog7ande! !signups in Twitch chat. Or on Discord or wherever. I don't know, put it on Twitter. Who knows? You might get signups. Don't know for what. Did Liz just restart the game?
Liz is making the play that I was mentioning before because of how short that stage 1 is. You might be considering doing a reset because of how short stage 1 is. So that way you can give yourself a little bit of extra time, basically.
Yeah, I think that's a very valid strat.
Yeah. I think it is if Liz felt like she wasn't going to be able to make a high watermark on the run she was on, I think it is absolutely the right move, because we're past the 50-minute mark, which means if you've already started a run, you've only got one last full 5-minute run with this game.
There we go, through level 1. It does take a little while to get through the title screen, but that's not a huge deal.
That is faster than waiting out, say, 3 minutes.
Agreed.
Of the timer. There's a valid strat. It's a strat that I thought that the players might use, and, well, here we are now.
Yeah. I mean, Liz Star has done really well in Kusog7ande before. She's a GM for us, but she's also done, she's made it to the brackets before, I believe a couple times. It's always neat to see how she does when it comes to blind races. Cornden, is a longtime GM here, and I feel has gotten significantly better over the years with playing. He hasn't played in a tournament in a while, but at the same time, this is the second round of the winner's bracket. If he comes close to Liz, then that honestly is a really good push. And if he beats Liz, then heck, he should feel so good about himself. Absolutely.
Yeah, there's definitely there's always going to be players where it's yeah, don't feel bad if you lose to them. They've been around the block enough that they're really good players. So if you can even get close to where they are, be proud of yourself.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Cornden up to 12 kills. Let's see.
Yeah, Corndan actually does have, depending on how quickly Corndan can find some brains, Corndan does have a shot moving the lead. I believe Liz's high watermark was 14 brains. May have to go check the VOD for that, but that sounds right to me.
I think so. But, you know, Liz is back trying to make that push to kill 20 brains. Corndan currently sitting at 12 for this attempt. Corndan does have the possibility to move into the lead, and if he doesn't, then he's going to have to do a little bit of scrambling. Oh my gosh, that stupid brain.
Well, there goes. There. does not get the brain. Might disperse his matter so that way he can go back to the start of the stage to try again for that brain.
Yeah, but it's easiest to loop around this way.
Yeah.
At least for Corndan. Like, just having a reliable way to get back to where you were before is very helpful. Corndan almost dying again. 13 brains here. This is big. Corndan, if you can kill 2 brains in 20 seconds, that is an official lead change. It's possible, not necessarily likely, but it's possible.
And while Corndan won't have a full 5 minutes, I think he's got enough time on the match timer to still make one more push after this.
I think so.
It'll be tough, but I think he does have the time. But 13 brains on that run was a really good push from Corndan.
Yeah. It's really all up to this final attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is basically both the players' last good attempts. So let's see if they can make bank on it. Liz currently sitting on 7 kills, and a little over half her time left. But I think there's going to be like a series of brains coming up, where it's like she's just going to get brain after brain after brain super quickly, like right here. There's just another brain right there, 9 kills. So if Liz doesn't beat this stage, at the very least, she's got a really good chance to extend her lead.
Yeah,
and I want to see it happen.
The biggest thing is that even though technically, you know, it's only 5 minutes to get through the level, every time you switch dimension or die or your matter disperses, it pauses the timer. So in all actuality, it's probably more like 6 minutes, maybe 7 minutes that the players are playing through a level. Corndan getting a 3rd kill, knows that there's a brain right here. Corndan really doing a lot of routing, and I like it. Okay, going for the hard jump. Can Corndan do it? Not quite.
Matter dispersed on both sides. We can see what brain they're both going for next. But they're going to need to hurry, especially with it being their last run. And I don't know if Corndan's gonna have enough time now to catch up with Liz with 3 minutes left on the match timer. Not impossible, but it's a tall order at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. We gotta see. We gotta see.
Yeah, we gotta see. I want to see the upset.
I always cheer for an upset. I cheer for a last-minute comeback.
It's always exciting to see stuff like that happen.
With that said, you have made many enemies today, just so you know.
I made enemies during my last match I gave out of the game, so this is nothing new. So Liz has tied her best.
Very nice.
Kills. She can get one more, she's going to extend that lead a little bit more. I think with over a minute left on the clock, we're almost certainly gonna see her extend that lead.
Oh, yeah.
If she can find another brain. Might take a little bit of lucking, but I have faith she'll find another one.
Okay, she did that on purpose, I think. Going back to the beginning.
That looked intentional, put you back. Because the nice thing with where you spawn is it's the very top left, so you don't have to do a lot of climbing. You're instead doing a lot of falling, so you've got a lot of versatility from there of where you want to go.
Okay, Corndan killed the annoying brain. Good. It's like the annoying orange, except it's worse somehow. And anything worse than the annoying orange is, whoa, that's bad.
Alright, Liz sees another brain.
Corndan sees a brain, gonna wait for it to come over to the right. and then go back to the left. Okay, I've got a good idea of where to stand.
Well.
Good. If only the background didn't move with you. If so, it would be a lot easier to, like, organize, like, where to stand, you know.
Like, Liz is gonna get a 16th brain here. Very nice.
Absolutely impressive by both of the players.
Yeah, and very impressive both for playing the game and enduring the game for this long.
Poor Corndan! Matter has been dispersed. Liz making a push here. I think Corndan is resigned to fate and really enjoying not playing the game right now. And I absolutely don't blame him at all.
This game is rough.
Yeah, while I would say that, like, this was really, like, neither player's jam, but both of them made a very good push. It's just that Liz's happened to be just a tiny bit better. And with that said, that is time, my friends. Throw your hands up in the air, celebrate a little bit, take a deep breath. Total brains missed 4. That's a lot. No, that's not a whole lot of brains.
Very good play on both. They probably didn't feel like they made a whole lot of progress in the grand scheme, but they did really well for this. Like, it's not a whole lot of progress. I'm sure it feels like. Also, hello, Corndan, and hello, Liz.
There.
1 second, I have to unmute my headset. Hello.
Hello there.
Hi.
Now, honestly, you know, I feel like we were all getting really excited because Corndan was having a pretty good push trying to get the comeback towards the end. And Corndan, I believe you got up to 13 brains killed, right? Or was it 12?
You know, I consider that an accomplishment because I have a literal migraine right now from this damn game. Right, the sound just...
Comcast? Hello? Well, chat, I don't know if you can hear me. Hello? I believe I'm here. Hello, chat?
Okay.
Am I back?
Back in call.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh.
Maybe the stream's back. Yeah, the internet just died for a second there. Which isn't too surprising to me. Let me see. I do think that the stream is probably back. Let me play. Yeah, it looks like it is. Okay, I'm gonna go to the between screen here. Yep, everybody's saying we're back. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome back, bro.
Well, thank you. I'm not too surprised the internet might be a little bit spotty today just because we're getting really weird weather. With that said, Corndan, I'm sorry that you have a migraine, Liz. I'm sorry that you have a migraine. We will make Okami suffer in some regard in order to solve that. But yeah, it was really close. Liz managed to take the victory here. I have to ask, though, what do you think about the game?
I think I shouldn't have touched the brains.
Okay, that's probably true. Yeah. Well, you know, we looked a little bit at the history. This was made for a competition back in, the mid-2000s. Definitely wasn't a AAA group. It was one dude who made the game. I'd say that he should have used different sounds.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yeah, different,
Like-
yeah. Hello? Hello? Okay, everybody, I think that I'm back for now. Let's go ahead and try to wrap this conversation up, and if my internet dies again, I think we might just be SOL, because this is Comcast?
Comcast.
I think we're already SOL for the rest of the night, honestly.
That is probably fine. Yeah, Corndan, I know that you were saying you lasted throughout the entire match and you consider that a win. I consider that a win for you as well. Like, honestly, this game was just so painful that lasting the hour was like 2 hours. It's an endurance match. You lived. Thank goodness. Okay. Comcast, don't do it.
We're still here. Don't worry.
Whoa.
You're good.
I'm just watching. Okay, good. I'm glad you're here. With that said, yeah, Liz, you're moving on in the winner's bracket. Corndan, I think that you had a very good chance of moving on, but, you know, I always think Liz